111. This is my reaction to how to make mumble rap and how it relates to the martial arts.
Where them kicks at? Where them hands? Where them holes? Where them throws? You know what I'm saying?
That video was hilarious. It was on point. There are some kind of political things I could take with it to show some kind of deeper stuff, but I'm not going to go there. Not with this video. Maybe I'll come back and do it in another one. But I do want to say this. I never blame the artist anymore. I always blame the crowd. You can be critical of mumble rap all you want, but if there wasn't a demand for mumble rap, people wouldn't make mumble rap. I know because I used to rap a lot. I had gotten, I would say, like semi-pro with rapping, and then I stopped. And when that group broke up, I didn't go back to it because there was no demand for it. Nobody apparently really wants like conscious rap or rap about everyday things from people who have not been in jail. Now, I'm not trying to rag on hip hop, but I'm not ragging on the artists. Again, I'm ragging on the listeners, the crowd, the people that listen to it. A lot of people that listen to that stuff they're not from the hood. They're not from the culture that produces hip hop. The hip hop listeners and connoisseurs like the mumble rap. That's why it's popular. Other artists and other rappers even who don't do that style can make fun of that style, and you can make fun of that style all you want. But that's what people like. People are going to tend to do what they're being rewarded for. And that's why I eventually got back home to the martial arts. I've been practicing the whole time. I used to ki on stage, used to fall down into a split and stuff like that. And if anybody the rare people in the world who actually saw me perform, I was still practicing the martial arts. I used to go out and shadow box and stuff in the alley, do patterns and kicks and stuff before the show to help me get my mind focused for it. And to really bring it back into the martial arts is why, like, whenever I've said anything critical of mixed martial arts, of MMA, I don't criticize the fighters. I don't criticize the martial artists. It's the people. It's the people who run it and the people who want to see it. The people who run it and who want to see it want to see it the way it is. That's why the way it is popular. It takes a lot of talent to do MMA. Just like, believe it or not, it actually does take a lot of talent to do what you are calling mumble rap. It takes a lot of talent to do it. The artists, the martial artists, be they music artists or martial artists, they like doing it. They want to do it. But the thing is, there's a crowd, there's a demand, there's a market for it. So if you don't like a particular expression and you're like, why in the world are people even paying attention to this thing? It's not the artist. Don't attack the artist, because you know what'll happen? See, I know this, and I've seen it happen in martial arts, and I've seen it happen with music. There are a few people like me, like who will do, when I was doing the reality-oriented, positive type conscious stuff for rap, I did it because I found value in doing it, and I enjoyed doing it. But I mean, in terms of waiting for a reward, I'm not going to do it constantly chiming it out, hoping and praying that one day it comes back in style. It may, but there's not a market for it right now. If there becomes a market for it, I'm still flexible enough in that area where I could get back into it and jump on it. But I'm not going to encourage someone to do something that I know is not going to really have that big of a benefit for their life, other than them just liking to do it as a hobby. But with the martial arts, still, I don't make my primary living that way. But there's so much benefit to be gained from it. If nothing else, I get to exercise. If nothing else, it forces me to be able to still touch my toes, get up and down off the ground, to keep my weight down as much as possible so that I can do the moves. It forces me to practice things that I don't like to do with my body to keep my coordination up. It's the reason why I go to the doctor, because I want to be healthy enough to do the stuff to demonstrate it to people. It was martial arts demonstration and meditation. I was meditating in one day, and that's how I found a health condition that is being treated. I found it from meditation. The doctor didn't find that at first. No doctor had found it at first. I found it through meditation, and I said, my body's telling me something wrong. I don't know how to explain it. And then the doctor ran deeper tests, and then the doctor found it. And then he was like, whoa. That is a huge benefit. I can benefit a whole bunch of people outside of myself by doing it. The best way I benefited people doing the martial arts, I've said this a few times, is my martial arts training got me picked for a tech job where I helped to put CVS, the new wide area network, when People's Drugstore came from CVS. And because I was not afraid to go to the quote unquote rough areas, they knew I wouldn't be because of my training. That enabled the people in those areas to get onto that wide area network, and now they can get the prescriptions. But that was decades ago. Keep in mind, when I took that job and I did that job, I had no idea how important what I was doing. I was not trying to save the world or, help my people. I was just doing a job, and because I did my job, I ended up helping people. And that's through the martial arts. And that's why I cling to and cleave to the martial arts. I don't think it's a panacea that can solve all the world's problems, but I know it can help you. See, if I have a crowd of 5 people show up to perform because I'm not doing mumble rap, that is considered a waste. But if I have a group of 5 people who show up to a martial arts class and they stay there and go as far as they can go and be all they can be, even if as far as they go with me is Shodan, first degree black belt, I know I have impacted their lives. Because when I trained for a long time, the first teacher I spent a long time with, he only had 3 or 4 students. He had 5 at the most. And he definitely impacted my life. His training is the reason why I can still see. He helped me toughen up, and his training gave me the foundation for all the other people who were able to come in there and teach me things to help me expand my horizons more. So, see, that's why with martial arts, even if it's just a small group of people doing it the classical way, to me, it still has a huge, huge benefit, a huge, huge value for those 5. But if you're doing music that people just don't want to hear, you're not even going to get to that many people. You're not going to influence them that much because, let's say, on a music channel, I don't show my face on there. I think my lowest view video may be something like 20 or 50. No, it's more than 20. It's probably, let's say it's 50. It's something like that. Something below 100, but it's not like 10. But that doesn't mean that those people are ever going to hear that again. They may not even remember that song. But that song is not going to necessarily change their life unless they're repeating it over and over and over and over and over again. But people just don't like positive music like that. People say they like positive music like that, but they don't like positive music like that. In the United States, MMA is the most popular form of martial art. There are people who think that's what martial arts is. Fortunately, there are tons of people who know that there's more to it than that, but there are people that think that that's what martial arts is. And you know what? I don't hate them. And I don't hate the artist. I just think the crowd should be more open-minded. But it's not like I'm going to go on an anti-MMA tirade and just push Taekwondo, push Judo, push boxing. I'm not going to do that because technically I am a mixed martial artist. And hey, what can I say? I'm guilty. It's been times I've watched an MMA match. I'm probably going to watch Floyd Mayweather's MMA match. I've watched Ronda Rousey's MMA matches. I used to watch Anderson Silva. I used to watch Chuck Liddell, so I'm part of the problem too. So that's why I say, don't be like, Chuck, you shouldn't do that, Ronda, no. Anderson, stop that. No. When I spent my money watching them, spent my time and energy I gave towards them, I enabled them to get rich, didn't I? Right? So don't blame them. Like they used to say sometimes, don't hate the player, hate the game. So, thanks for watching this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Please share this with people who like to talk about the martial arts. And peace.